Hey, welcome to the live. And I've been meaning to do this live much earlier, but I was going through a lot of learning curves. And that's today's live stream. Today's live stream is about going through a lot of bumps and and sharing that experience with you guys. So today, what's the whole story? Today I want to work on my Akai. Why is because I want to move further along with my Akai, and I do have a great time doing post games and using my Akai, but I was like, you know what, man, let me move further along. And today I was able to, so I started with Ableton Live, got that going. That was like a quick, easy thing. I signed up, paid the $99, fine. I can use Ableton Live with my Akai MPK Mini Plus, great. But then I went to some YouTube tutorials and I learned about MPC Beats that my Akai MPK I need to get it registered. That makes sense. I forgot I do have a couple other things that are registered, but I was like, oh my goodness, that makes sense. It clicked for me. I was like, I should have tried. Anyways, so I never even read the book for the MPK. I was just like, oh please, let's just get started. But but it's easier than you think sometimes. Some of these stuff is like it's very tedious, but it's a little easier than I anticipated. So, all right, cool. So, I got that going. I got my. I was able to go to the software. I googled Akai Pro registration, and then I went to the website. I clicked on it, created a profile, and then I downloaded all that stuff that came with it. Fine. I made sure to find it, and so I downloaded all that stuff. So now, I was like, all right, cool. I want to do that, but for today's particular live stream, not only did I want to just use my things, but I was like, you know what, I want to be able to share it. So I was like, you know what would be cool if I was to share screen of me, because I do have a camera, for me to use. I already have one look, my this camera, then I have my other camera. But I was like, I also want you guys to see when I'm navigating through the website as well, because I want that to be sort of part of the experience as well. So I was like, it would be kind of cool if I can do that. And that idea showed up last minute. I was like, when it just hit you like last minute, oh yeah, let me screen share. You think it's gonna take 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes? No, it took me an hour just to learn how to do that, and I had to learn. I had to restart my laptop, and then I have to. And then there's a lot of other things that it resets. So I was like, oh man, I'm gonna have to like figure all that out later. So for this particular live stream, I may not use multi-cam mode, but I will do my main camera here, like this camera, and then the screen share. That's about it. And then when I get my other camera situated, then I will make sure to add multi-cam mode, zoom in mode, all that, a lot of cool fancy stuff. So yeah, that's the plan. Let me look at the chat because I definitely want to give a shout out to everybody who's still up. And hello to Molly Slade. Hello. And to previous people that was showed up. So there was, you know, again, there was a lot of trial and error, and it's going to continue to be that way. So let's see. Let's try to get this thing started. Of me sharing the screen with you guys, and yes, that was actually my car right there. Maybe I should show it to you guys, right? Because I don't know. I might just might make it better. So I got my car here. I also got my table to the left, and yeah. So let's mix it up. Let's see if I can show you my screen. Be right back. So let's go to my other scene. This takes practice. Okay, here we go. This is the scene that I had in mind. I'm gonna hit close. Okay, so as you can see, okay, that's my Akai Live. Great, but this is the MPC app right here. Now let's enter full mode maybe. Okay, so let's enter full mode. When I go to full mode, I don't think it shows. Does it show my No, it doesn't. So I need to. These are the things that I minimize that. So I guess I have to do it like this for you guys to see it. Do you guys see it now? Okay, but okay. Oh, sorry. I have to figure out. Okay, not this one. I want to get to. In Music Software Center. Did I guess wrong? Oh, yes, yes. So once I get here, I want to hit open. Okay, so once you download In Music Software Center, you want to get to. Let's just make this bigger and see what happens. Can you see it on? Can you see it on the screen? I don't think so. I kind of feel like I was doing better before. Okay. All right, so you guys are getting the picture, right? You guys see it? I'm gonna go for MPC Beats. Keyboard? What do we want to go for? Are you guys seeing everything in real time? So let me just try to show you everything as best as I could. It's the least I can do for you. If you was in my previous live streams, them joints are going unlisted. But if you was there, boy, you'll be, even as somebody who was just like standing there and supporting, you will be frustrated as I was. But anyways, here we are. Trying to show you everything as best as I could. Just trying to. This is my way to make it up to those people who toughed it out with me. All right, so here we are. Now, this is my first time. Honestly, I don't know. Do I know what I'm doing? No. All right, so we're gonna learn this right here. So this is part of the experience, the part of the live. Can you hear that? You guys heard that? I like that. How can we like the way I'm doing it? Bear with me. Now, how do I? Okay, here we go. So I can move the window. Let's move this. Because moving things around where we can see it, it's all right. How are we vibing? How are we feeling with this? Oh, that's kind of cool. I kind of feel between you and I'm started to like this. I've started to feel worthwhile. It's starting to feel worthwhile doing all this. Anyways, so let's see what else is this sequence tempo, sequence length. Let's move this so you guys can see it. Should I shrink it? Maybe if I shrink it, you guys can see more on the screen. Nah, just make it longer. Make it longer. What about left to right? That's the part that I am focusing on because I decided to do this 9x16. You know? So let's see what sequence tempo is. All right, so that's MPC Beats, and you get that free. It comes with your Akai. You just have to make sure you download it. You have to make sure you register your stuff, and that's it. You know, after if you register, you download it. Should be okay. He's Ableton. Let me try to show you Ableton real quick. This is called 808 Pure, I think. I don't know if 808 is good, but it's a starting point. Maybe let's try guitar or drums. Now, am I supposed to mix up MPC Beats with Ableton Live? Like, how does that work? How does that work? Hey, how's it going to Jimmy J's Johnny Gibbers 4243? Hello. So yes, welcome to the live. Right now, I'm at the process of learning how to use my Akai Mpk Mini. So in case you wanted to know, this is, you have to register your Akai if you get one. And then you want to go to Ableton Live and download that. And then you want to go to, I don't know what's this called, MPC Beats, but I had to go to like, where do you get MPC Beats? You get it from, I'd have to Google it for a second. But you definitely have to get MPC Beats. You download it and then you open it on the apps. But this is some. I like this one. What's track velocity? Program level. Now, here you go. There it goes. Well, I was able to message you guys back. Okay. So I pressed play. That's what happened when I pressed play. Now I want to learn how to create it my own beat, like whatever sequence I choose. I want to learn how to do that. Let me just show you. Scroll down a little bit more. Trying to show the screen, i.e. you guys, what I just did. So I pressed over here. So this is stop. This is play. All right. That's because I was doing too much. If it was up to me, I just have like 1 or 2 beats. That's about it. But I have to know how to. Is this like my sequence? Like this? I don't know. What is this right here? All right. I like these two beats. All right, I think I'm gonna wrap this live up. I think there was some. Let's get back to. Let's get back to Ecamm. All right, hold on, bear with me 1 second. All right, so I needed that just to relax for a second, just to unwind, because it was a lot of learning. So like that moment was pretty simple, but my prior live streams was taking its toll, you know. So I'm glad I got to where I am now, right? I learned MPC Beats. I also learned how to screen share. So that means my maybe I can do the same thing tomorrow, right? And maybe I can learn how to program beats the way we like it, right? Something that sounds cool, something that sounds pretty interesting for the live stream, and so forth, and start building up and building up and building up and building up. That's the goal, you know, just to like, um, you know, learning is fun, and I mean, learning can be challenging too. So, you know, I think right now we got to a point where we can make the live stream even more fun because that's what it's about, right? That's what it's about. Making the live stream even more fun, educational, and all that extra stuff because all that extra stuff matters. So anybody who stood around or everybody who still showed up to the live, I appreciate you all for sticking through. And this is just me investing into future live streams. You know, the future live streams matter to me, and it's about getting better for these future live streams. So, you guys have a good rest of the week. Maybe I'll plan one for tomorrow or next week during the week somewhere, because I gotta keep pushing and pushing and pushing, making sure that we're learning more and that we're making even better music, right? So all that's gonna matter. So hopefully, you know, end of April, I can start having some good fundamentals. I definitely want to have some good fundamentals between end of April or end of May or end of June. I don't know, July maybe, right? And so forth. So, but you know, we wanna have fun. We wanna have fun. We wanna talk about our Knicks. We wanna talk about St. John's. Go to today at 5 o'clock. St. John's plays, so I'll be rooting for them. Uh, Red Storm against Kansas, March Madness, and you know it's the second round, so we'll see. Um, and today, the Knicks play the Wizards, so we'll see. I'll be rooting for them. Let's see if we can have a better start because we started off very slow against the Nets. I don't know why. Just everything just felt so odd. Everybody felt out of place. I think the energy simply was not there. But you guys have a good rest of the week. I'll see you in my next live. Peace out.